when I talk about trying something new in marketing, whether it's like Facebook ads we're talking about today, whether it's about doing another logo design because you didn't like the first one, doing another website because you don't like the one you have now, trying something new, right? Hiring a new designer, whatever it is. You don't quit because it didn't work out the first time. You know, Pastor, that you need to reach new people. They're not looking at billboards. They're not looking at your sign. They're not paying attention to the radio ads or whatever you're doing. What they're doing is listening to podcasts and they're on their phone scrolling. So how do we get on their podcast? How do we get on their phone scrolling? One of the ways we do that, to get in front of them, to remind them Jesus loves you. We're here to serve you. One of the best ways to do that, one of the most cost-effective ways to do that, is Facebook ads. So all that to say, if you tried Facebook ads and it didn't work out, you weren't impressed, you weren't happy with the results, this show is for you, which is why I want to really start back to the basics. Now, if you are familiar with Facebook ads and you're just here because you're like, I just run the same one, I'm looking for something different, cool, welcome, glad you're here. I'm going to go back to the basics because before you even look for something different or try something new, even if you're ready, you have to understand the foundation upon which it's built. When I go looking for a new church to join, I still have a spiritual foundation on which my family is built, and that church needs to align with that. Okay, so I want to talk about first how Facebook ads are supposed to work, okay? Remember, Facebook ads are supposed to work by providing value to people's lives. The reason why you stop on a Facebook ad is because it captures your attention, which means it's probably going to educate you or it's probably going to entertain you, which means if you're running Facebook ads that aren't educating, they're not entertaining, and they're probably not providing value, okay? Now, that education can look like we're going to show you how your life could be better. We're going to teach you something you didn't know. Or entertaining. Hey, isn't this making you feel better? Unfortunately, we've also got a third category that's rising up, and that's called doom scrolling. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically scrolling through Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, and seeing all the terrible things happening in the world that you don't like, that you disagree with, and you're getting angry. So you keep scrolling because you're trying to get that education, you're trying to get that entertainment, and there's more bad news. And so you keep scrolling. And eventually, you're just scrolling through all the doom and gloom of the world. I don't want to be a part of that. Okay, there are some Christians that are equipped to be a part of that. God bless them. I'm not that guy, right? You will get a lot of positive encouragement from me because I think there's just too much doom out there. So I will try to always equip you rather than tear down someone else. So that's how they work. Now, how they work for churches is you are going to now be one of those voices that are getting on people's feed, which means you're competing for their attention, which means as a church, you have to provide education or provide entertainment. And remember, I'm not just saying education, take the word verbatim, you're going to teach them something. I'm not talking about entertainment, I take the word verbatim, you're going to make them laugh, cry, or whatever. Okay. Education for a church means we're going to show you something that you didn't know before. That could look like a new opportunity in life. That could look like a new community that you didn't know existed, new events that you didn't know existed. We're going to, after interacting with us, you are going to be better off because you're going to know something that you didn't know before. That's what education means for the church. For entertainment, it's going to be you're going to feel better than you did before you interacted with us. Right? You ever have a church service and people come out and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm refreshed, I'm motivated, I'm ready to go into the mission field. In social media terms, that's entertainment. Okay. When we talk about advertising, that's kind of entertainment. You're making someone feel better after having interacted with you. Even if they haven't learned anything, they feel better. Okay. And then the cross section of that, which is where churches can really thrive, is what we call edutainment. And that is someone feels better because they learned something. Okay, so when someone interacts with your church, do they feel better because they've learned that there is a way out of the sin that they're in? Do they feel better because they're reminded that no matter what happens or what we've done, Jesus has conquered all? Do they feel better that no matter what's facing us, debt, eviction, death, abusive family, whatever is against us, none of that holds a candle to the light of Jesus and the burden he can take off of us. So they learn something and therefore they feel better. They feel hope. They feel purpose. This is what Facebook ads need. So if you're just putting out a Facebook ad that says, hey, here's our church, click here to learn more, they might be learning something. They learn that a church exists. But again, who cares? How are they going to be better off for it? There might also be, hey, I'm Pastor so-and-so. I'd love to pray with you. Send me a message, right? They learned something, but are they feeling better? Or you might share a funny meme, right? Share this meme. It's entertaining. And that's, I'd rather have a meme ad than a visit ad, to be honest, because you're at least making someone's day. Or an encouragement ad. Share a verse. Share a Dwight Moody quote. Who knows? Okay. Share something like that so you can make someone's day, so you can make an impression on someone's day, and they think just a little bit better of your church. So that's how Facebook ads work. And on a very practical, technical level, basically you pay Facebook X amount of dollars and they show your church, your ad to so many people. Okay. The whole idea is a billboard on a highway is worth more than a billboard on the street, because a billboard on the highway is going to be seen by more people. Therefore, you pay more money because there's more competition. Same thing with Facebook. If you have more people in your area buying ads, if you're in a larger town, you've got more local businesses, more people that know you've got more money because you live in New York, whatever it is, you're going to have to pay a little bit more to get seen by so many people. If you're in a small town, or you're in a more focused community, or you're just targeting a more focused group, meaning you want your ads to show in front of a more focused group, for example, parents or people that live within this area code, your ads will be cheaper because there's less people there. And there's probably less competition going for those people. So that's how they work. You give Facebook money, they give you people. Okay. Now, your job is to make an ad that when you give Facebook money, they show that ad to people. Those people see the value, meaning they see something they want to know, or they see something that makes them feel good. They want to interact with your church, and therefore the relationship is sparked. Okay. So that is how Facebook works in a nutshell. Facebook, give me people. Facebook says, thank you for your money. Here's your people. Now that ad is hopefully good to where those people say, I want that. I want more. Okay. Anytime you stop on an ad, I want you to think from now on, am I stopping at this because it's showing me something I didn't know before, or it's promising me something I've never had, or is it just making me feel better? Okay. You might also stop because of the doom, right? Okay. Move past that. The last thing you need to know is what every Facebook ad needs. Okay. A lot of times Facebook ads fail, or they don't leave a good taste in our mouth because we didn't actually set it up properly, right? Every Facebook ad needs three things. It needs a goal. What do I want this ad to do? If it doesn't do that, it's not a good ad. If it does do that, it's a good ad. Okay? But then we need a timeline. If it does it, but it doesn't do it fast enough, it's a failure. Okay? So that's two things. And then number three is it needs optimization. Okay? If you preach a service and you bomb, you don't turn in your resignation, you optimize. Okay? Obviously, it works better if I preach from the pulpit, if I preach from a table, if I preach from my notebook, if I preach from my iPad, if I wear certain clothes. I don't know. When so-and-so's working the board, right? It's better when they're working the board. I want them on the board longer. So you optimize your Facebook page, your ads, okay? You throw in some ads. One of them does better than the others. You turn the others off and you run that one. You run one Facebook ad and it's not getting you enough people. Either A, you're not telling Facebook, give me the right kind of people. B, you're not giving Facebook enough money. Or C, the ad is bad. And a lot of people blame the ad. I've seen lots of good ads that just go to the wrong people. All right. The example of that is taking a flyer for a concert to a deaf community. And you're like, hey, I paid all this money to get this flyer into these people. And you're like, you're in front of the wrong people. So if you're a church that wants to reach more families, tell Facebook, I want to reach more families. Because otherwise they might show your ad to a bunch of bachelors and single moms or divorcees that don't even have their kids during the week or for a majority of time, or just obviously parentless people, right? parentless couples or singles, right? So you want to make sure you get the ad in front of the right people. So 3 things a Facebook ad needs. You are probably missing 1, 2, if not all 3. In fact, most churches I talk to that tried Facebook ads and tell me it doesn't work, I ask them, what did you want it to do? I don't know. How long did you want it to do it for? I don't know. Did you do anything when it didn't work? No. Well, no wonder it didn't work. It's kind of like getting a car and you're like, my car doesn't work. Well, did you put gas in it? No. Okay, well, let's put gas in it. Still doesn't work. Did you crank the key? Did you turn it on? No. Or, my car doesn't work. I bought it 6 years ago and it didn't work. Did you change the oil? No. Did you keep the tires inflated? No. Did you rotate the tires? No. Did you do any kind of regular maintenance on it? No. Well, you can't blame me. You didn't do anything with it. That's how Facebook ads work. It's not a light switch. You've got to put a little bit of work into it.